Hello LEGO fans, Bricks Unbound here with another Building Hogwarts update. And I've actually started work on a completely different building of the castle now from the ones I've been working on. The last several updates have been kind of reworks or revamps of previously built areas of the castle. And that's been great, and it really has improved excuse me, the overall look, I think, of the castle. But while I was waiting on parts for other things, I was like, I have enough parts, I can at least get started on this. So today, we're looking at the first bit of progress for the Astronomy Tower. So as has been mentioned in previous updates, I actually don't have a table to fill in the space where the Astronomy Tower will actually be sitting in relation to the rest of my build. However, I just wanted to start something new. I've been looking forward to at least getting going on this part of the castle for quite some time, so it's been fun to start building something new. So as I said, it's not even close to finished, right? Because this tower, at least according to the books, the Astronomy Tower is the tallest tower in the castle, which makes sense because if you're viewing the stars and you want to see them from all angles, you don't want to have another tower beside you blocking it. So it's not even close to the tallest right now. That is still definitely the Grand Staircase Tower over there. This is not even close to that yet, so it's still got, 3 or 4 times its height to go. And then of course as you go up, it ends up with all kinds of weird towers and turrets kind of attached to the side, and those will be fun to build, figure out how I want to do that. I think it's going to take a little bit more than what I did here on this corner tower for the quad section of the castle. I just attached that one with Technic pins. But that's still a long ways away, a lot of parts away. I just worked on this until I ran out of parts. Specifically what I ran out of was these 1x3 bricks. I don't remember exactly how many I had, but a couple hundred at least went into this nice curve here. And right now there's just a gray base under it, which I know doesn't make sense at the moment, at least for the back half of it, because this goes into the Transfiguration courtyard. And of course, where Dumbledore falls, it's all grass. So that'll be switched out for the correct colors eventually. But I wanted to get building on this. It's very basic technique to curve it there, like you've seen on many of my other towers. As you can see, just looking around here, they all have this alternating the cylinder bricks, just these basic things, with 1x3 bricks in order to get the curve. To get the windows in here, the very middle of this curve actually uses the 1x4 bricks instead of 1x3. That way I could just use these arch pieces here. Made it much easier to integrate. It took me way too long to realize, oh, I don't have to use 1x3 the entire part of the curve. I tried lots of other things to get windows to work in a 3 wide space, but they weren't wide enough. And then I realized, wait, I don't have to use that. So, yeah, it's just a very basic technique. Nothing super exciting yet here, just lots of tall blank walls. When this is sitting in the courtyard, which again is going to be back here once there's a table there, because this is the long gallery. There's a section of building that goes out here. There'll be another tower here, comes back, and then kind of in the middle here, on the other side of where this library section is where the Astronomy Tower goes, and it will be very tall. So it's not even close to ready yet here. And I need a table before I can do a whole lot else as far as actually positioning it. But it sits there, so the curved section, just knock something off. The curved section will be out into the courtyard, and then this hopefully will line up with a kind of a hallway that attaches to I think the side of the long gallery. I have to reference my pictures again. It's been kind of hard to find good pictures of like a straight on version of the Astronomy Tower. Oh, I broke off the torch here. So especially this entryway here, I don't know exactly what it's supposed to look like. I think what I'm going to do is have this line up with, sorry for the lighting, keep changing here, but I can't even see it. But behind this tower, there will be another I guess, entryway, and then there's actually a rope slash chain bridge that goes across, and I have these books in the way, but the same gap that that bridge crosses. Just behind it there'll be another, like I said, like a chain and rope, chain wood, something like that type bridge that goes across. So I'm planning on the doorway that will be in this section of the quad there to end up lining up with that bridge, and that bridge should line up with this doorway ideally. We'll see exactly if that's how it's going to work. Again, it's very difficult to find shots of that section. I did actually buy the Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince game for Xbox 360, I think, because I believe there's an open world kind of roam function there, so then I can hopefully just walk around the castle in that game and get better views of some of these things. That game I don't think is completely perfect to the movies from what I've seen so far, but it should at least give me an idea, because I don't know what this front section of this looks like. So what I did, I just based it on the actual Lego set sitting back here. So here's the Astronomy Tower Lego built. So where's my finger? This section here is matches up with this part of the build, and then you can even see kind of back in there, there's that little window. So there's a section of hallway further back that then attaches it over to the Astronomy Tower. So that's the general layout of where this is going to go. I guess we can do a quick top-down view. I'm not entirely sure how often I'm going to do floors in here. I wanted to figure out how I wanted to do them. So you can see there are gaps around the edges there, but those gaps are much smaller than if I tried to use plates that actually had the actual wedge plates, or the ones that have the rounded corners on them. They just don't fill up this corner nearly as well as this technique. And I think I might even end up adjusting kind of like these side towers here and how the floors are built in there to follow this technique too. That way I can actually completely cover them up, which will be useful for future things that will be going on in those towers. Right now, you can see this is just there's no break in here as far as tiles or anything to separate the floors. I can, if I want to, and I will eventually, but I can just remove these tiles on this section and then actually, well, here, I'll have to remove the front here. These are all very loosely attached for this express purpose, because then I can just maybe, well, it's hard to do it one-handed. Okay, well, it's not coming out, but it's stuck on the very back there. But this does lift off. Oops. Wow. Total destruction. Okay. There, you can see the inside. So what I'm trying to show here is that there's nothing inside right now, basically, but also you can see how I did the curved wall here. So basically the only spots that is attached are right there at the very front under that 1x4 brick, and then it obviously connects into the rest of the structure here. So I just put a single plate of height underneath this all the way around, so that way it was elevated up, so then I could fit tiles in under the wall to hold it there. And it is actually very sturdy. So I think that technique did work out pretty well for me. And as you can see, there's just these little inverted slopes here on the other side, and then I just use the top section of this window to set the floor on top of. It's not the most elegant technique, but it works for now. It is just very difficult to remove. I can do some tiling of things to have less attachment points, which would certainly help with that too. I don't know yet, though, what I'm even going to put in this tower. I could potentially have the floor go out only to these sections here, and then have like a spiraling staircase type thing going up to reach the other floors. Just haven't completely decided yet. Not sure what I'm going to put inside the Astronomy Tower either. So, I mean, teachers' offices would work. Obviously, as you get further up, you'll actually have the astronomy equipment and things like the official set has, but we'll see how this goes, and keep coming back for more videos. Please let me know what you think about this one so far. Sadly, I just destroyed a good chunk of it trying to remove that front wall and the floor, but I do think it's coming along well. and I am looking forward to continuing the work on it here. And I think that does it for this video, so I hope you enjoyed it and you keep coming back for more, and have a good week, everybody.